Hey there, Chuck here with playbargames.com and our point entry system. This tutorial is going to cover our schedule embed and kind of how that works. So the first thing we're going to do is go to our point system home and get into our region and affiliate, check out the terms and conditions and click go. Alright, once we're logged in to the point system, we'll go ahead and hover over player home and let's first take a look at the schedule embed. This is essentially the schedule embed here. This is just a test account, so it's just a bunch of dummy junk information. But what it shows is Sunday through Saturday, 7 days, different venues, and tournament times for those venues. And how this is created is over here on our venues page. So go to manage venues by hovering over player home and click on manage venues. And each time we create a venue by clicking on the new venue icon here, you can enter the name, a short or second name for display features, an abbreviation for tracking, and then whatever information you feel you want to add. If it's active and if it's shown, then it's going to be in this particular embed. If you don't want it in the embed, just unclick shown. And then the map text for Google, which would be the name, city, and state separated by a space. Alright, so once we create these venues, you can edit them here if you want. But so let's look. So we got test location 1, and if we take a look at that oops, that's not what I wanted. If we take a look at that real quick, we'll see that it is active and it is shown. So if we look on our player homepage, test venue 1 does show up here on Sundays. Does it show up anywhere else? Yep, it shows up right here on Thursdays. So if we look here, Thursday we've got one tournament at 7 p.m. and we have on Sundays one tournament at 7 p.m. So let's go back to the manage venues page. Take a look at that. So test location 1, if we select that and go over here to edit tournaments, click on that, we'll see here in tournaments that we have a tournament at 7 p.m. that's active, and on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Also at 7 and 9:30 on Saturday. I did not see that. And if these dates are all valid, start date and end date relative to today's date, then it should be there. So let's take a look at Saturday. Yep, test location 1 on Saturday, and we have 2 tournaments. Now clicking on these links here, open up a Google Map with your Google Map text and Google Maps. And then we also have the monthly view here, where we can open that up and see a monthly view of the tournaments that take place at the venues we have that are active within the month. You can see this one up here is green. If we click on that, green means it's been entered. The tournament took place and the host entered that data, so we can see all that data right here. Blue means it hasn't been entered, and black means it hasn't taken place yet. Alright, so let's get into what's really great about this scheduling system. If we go hover over player home and go to point entry, and then within there click cancel tournaments, we have this little similar map, which is essentially the same map with some extra features. What we can do is cancel tournaments for just one day for that week. So let's say tomorrow on Tuesday, test location 2 is canceled only on the 12th. We can click cancel and confirm, and then now it's showing as canceled. So we're going to close that and go back to our home page here. I remember that was the 12th, which is tomorrow, Tuesday. So if we go to Tuesday here, here's test location 2. It still shows up as a venue, but when we open up the tournaments, it's going to show up as red with a strike through it, showing that it's been canceled. Same with the monthly view. If we bring up the monthly view, it's going to show up canceled as well. So if we pass through that week, and that week is no longer, for instance, let me just show you how it works. So we're going to uncancel that by just clicking on the X again. And now it's back. So next week, same day, Tuesday, we're going to cancel the same tournament. So now it's going to take place tomorrow, but it's not going to take place on the 19th. Again, I'm sure you get that when I bring up the map, it'll show the same. But for tomorrow, on Tuesday, if we bring it up, it's going to show that it's still active because it's not canceled. All right, that embed is located in the same spot as our other embeds under Settings, Embeds, our website embeds, and the Open Points Leaderboard Embed Creator, which I guess is already open here somewhere. There it is. All right, so that is our scheduling embed, which is right here. So you'll take this code right here and place it in your website. I'll just go ahead and do it. Select all, copy, bring up my HTML page. I'll just paste that right in here in my HTML. And like I've said in my other tutorials, make sure you're in the HTML section where you can see these HTML tags. Control S to save. We'll go over there to my documents and we will open that up. And there it is. So here's our embed with our scheduler. So this would represent your website and where you chose to stick this text, or I'm sorry, your code. And the same, as you can see, it needs to be a little bit wider here. We didn't quite get it wide enough. It's getting caught right there. So let's go back and edit that. In here, actually, you know what? Let's do it right here. The width of the embed is right here, and the height of the embed is right here. So we're just going to widen it up to like 400. Oops, that's 4,000. That'd look really weird. Control S to save. And let's go back to here and open it up. There we go. So now it's a little bit wider, and when we open this up, we can see it fits. Open the monthly view, it'll open it up in a completely new window. And that's all I've got for this tutorial. Stay tuned, we've got a ton of tutorials on our channel and our help site for playbargames.com. And you can always email us at support@playbargames.com if you need help setting this up. Once again, I'm Chuck, and I appreciate you watching.